let's get into a video here about cleanouts. These cleanouts, this 40-story high-rise, really you couldn't get a more perfect example of what you need for cleanouts. So you notice right away here, we got Boston Y's for every change of direction, but we're in the parkade right now, we're in the basement. So when you're in the basement and you're in the parkade plumbing, and you're gonna want to go up to your fixture to the first floor or whatever, you're gonna need a Boston. Okay, let's talk about these cleanouts in a little bit more detail here.
The final connection of this kitchen sink will be a 2x1.5 Kremco, just a reducer, and it will allow access with the 5/16 MJ band, and it's considered acceptable as a clean out because it's accessible to the 2-inch pipe that it's serving.
You know, but let's take a look at this side right here. So you got typical mom and pop's bathroom group right here, right? You'll notice again, no clean out. This 4-inch pipe is serving as is not changing direction through all of our stories again, right? And when you get into something like by rights, you should bump up your toilet just for good practice to 4-inch.
And I say that just for good practice, because you would have same size clean out as the same size pipe if you bumped your toilet up to 4-inch in a way to outdo the code. But it's just a way that I was kind of thinking just to keep myself on my toes.
Right, so we do 3-inch, and then this 3-inch is just considered to be like a 3-inch branch connected to the 4-inch. The 4-inch doesn't change direction, so we only need a 3-inch clean out for right here, and then that's obviously considered through the toilet, right? So you get into, it's kind of hard to see all this when you first when you get your head around the code, right? So let's talk about, this is our basis for cleanouts, right? Like, when you get into residential, they say every fixture needs a clean out. That's because every fixture you're turning below the floor, right? This typical installation, we don't turn below the floor for like 40 stories, so we don't need a clean out, right? And that just, so if you're on the
and in a perfect world where our stack will be going straight up and down with no change in direction, practically I've heard you would put you'd put a clean out up at the top. So for residential guys, typically with a lab, we would turn no more than 3 times below the floor, and that's what our clean out would serve. Our clean out on our lab would serve those 3 turns. So typically it's 3 turns. Your foreman's going to say, then put a Boston Y in the parkade, or you're getting into something weird in residential that I've never encountered in my career, and I've done a lot of residential. Typically you will be putting in clean outs on these stacks because of floor changes where the whole stack will go from vertical to horizontal, and that's what would constitute for a clean out. As well, in the parkade, sometimes your foreman will say, no, you don't need a Boston Y there, and that's because he has a clean out right above you serving that one turn there.
picking up soil or waste stacks and bathroom groups in the parkade. We got a clean out there, you can see, so probably went more than 45 feet, or we have a change in direction of more than 45 degrees is why that clean out's there. So let's just kind of start where the little blue dot is there. Yeah, so you can see that he really kept this only 45 degrees change in direction, and that's just partly because saving money. I asked him, I said, was it your inspector that made you change it? He said, no, I just wanted to save money. So you know, that would get into following drawings, and so in a hospital you absolutely have to follow your drawings. In this 3-story walk up seniors home, that's a different story. I haven't been a foreman for that kind of setting. So check this out. Obviously toilet tied in within 9 feet. 145 to hit that. And when we talk about 145, so no change in direction, we wouldn't count a 45 if we wouldn't count a 45 if we just had it ripping off the fitting there and then it just went straight to it. So that would be counted as a 45 right there on that 2-inch. So that's 145 change in direction. Okay, let's get into 5 feet for a stack. So here's a very clear example of you got to have 5 feet before you tie in with your stack. And he's got 40 or clean out there serving that 145, which is really great installation. So let's continue down the line we're looking at. So this could either be called soil or waste pipe because it picks up soil or waste stacks on the horizontal, or it could be called a branch pipe because it picks up one or more soil or waste pipe. Well, it's connected to one or more soil or waste pipes. Okay, yeah, a little stack here, 5 feet, whatever. So we're looking for bathroom groups, laundries, and stacks when we're kind of identifying what we're looking at. So just to let you know what's going on in my head, what I kind of start thinking about. Yeah, you see 5 feet right there, right? He had to actually cut that Y in a manner that was 5 feet. So pretty cool. Let's continue on down the run, see what else we're looking at. So yeah, it just kind of picks up these couple things here, right? Whatever. That could be a big bathroom. Not quite sure what that is upstairs, but really good. Let's do a quick video about these clean outs, and I say a lot of the time you can't change in direction more than 45 degrees, so let's just do that. Sentence 4, the piping between a clean out fitting and the drainage piping. So drainage piping, we're going to go over that definition. And the drainage piping or vent piping that it serves shall not change in direction by more than 45 degrees. Okay, let's look at that. So go to the drainage, find a drainage definition here, right? That's what I did, and this is the closest one I could find. So a drainage system means an assembly of pipes, fitting, fixtures, traps, and appurtenances that is used to convey sewage. So sewage drainage system, clear water waste drainage system, or stormwater to a public sewer. So where's it coming from? It's coming from basement, level 1, level 2 with those traps, and then it's going to a public sewer or a private sewer disposal system, but does not include subsoil drainage pipes. So let's read that one more time. Means an assembly of pipes, fittings, fixtures, traps, and appurtenances that is used to convey sewage, clear water waste, or stormwater to a public sewer or private sewage disposal system that does not include subsoil drainage pipes. Okay? So at this point in the argument, you could say that the sewer is, that contains sewage. And I basically got to add this as well and tie it to a drainage system, as well as it's a highlighted definition you could see there. So fixture drain means a pipe that connects a trap serving a fixture to another part of a drainage system. So that definitely is in groundworks, and also as well it would be on a level 1 or a level 2, and that is highlighted with drainage system, so that means it conveys sewage, so that's kind of tying it to sewage and sewer. So to end our video with clean outs and what we're given and where we put them and why. So when we get a set of drawings, you can see that this is all hit with 145, acknowledging our code of no more change in direction than 45 degrees. So we have a clean out here and a clean out there, and in all practicality, depending on who your foreman is, he could eliminate this clean out or that clean out, because it's probably not within our code of our footage requiring a clean out. So just to say what's practical and what's going to happen with the drawings, if you're the foreman, you might make the call to eliminate that clean out, which I don't think that
do they complain about? This, yeah, you can see that they are acknowledging, just to give apprentices and new plumbers an idea, that they do want everything hit within 145. So let's even try with what might look intimidating to apprentices, to catch them slipping here with putting a 90 in. Obviously we can't count the bathtub because that's within 135, but as you can see, we kind of can't catch them slipping with this 145. They got it all laid out.